Thanks for tuning in to the Maestro's Gospel Reggae Show. If you like this program, don't forget to like it and share it. You can make your request known by calling via WhatsApp at 954-907-8001. 954-907-8001.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor Marsha coming to tell you about the upcoming radio session, Pastor Help Me. This is a session for real talk, dealing with real issues and concerns from the hearts of the listeners. We're going to talk about kingdom principles and how do we have success in our everyday life. We need God. We can't do life without God. And I want to take the opportunity to hear from you. Talk about the things that concerns you. Putting God in the middle of all of that, so that you will walk good, overcome all your obstacles, and dominate in every area of your life. Come see me, join me, Mondays, 8 p.m. on the My Source Gospel Reggae Show on YouTube and Facebook. See you Monday, 8 p.m. God bless.
My Source Gospel Reggae Show are the hottest thing. Ellery said that.
I know where them are free, Lord, guide me from.
Want to say a pleasant good night. Welcome to Pastor Help Me. With yours truly, Stephen Murphy, and the man called
Quilly Simba.
And shortly we will have Pastor MARSHA on the line with us, alright?
But then you fly for a tree.
So share the link. Share the link. My husband and I of 2 years seem to be coming from different worlds sometimes. It's pretty frustrating. So Quelly, we're gonna ask Pastor, what can we do about it? Alright?
Right. So somebody's husband.
You know, easy.
Yes, it's funny.
What will you do when the Lord has come with all those chances?
Want to say good night to Sammy, Sam Jennings. Good night to you, Nana Murphs. Good night.
Well done, my.
Thank you for tuning in.
That's what you wanna hear.
All right.
Me, well, it's up to you. Can't wait till Judgment Day. You can.
So shortly we'll have Pastor MARSHA on the line, live and direct. All right, so keep it locked. Share the link. Let them know that Pastor Help Me is on. David Powell with God Now Sleep.
Oh yeah, you know it's David Powell, Lord, and keep your hands up on me. Come in, I know where them are free, Lord, guide me from my enemies. Them get them life to live and them not want it. But the one way God give you them a haunt it. But then if life was a tree, man would have planted. Them get them life to live and them not want it. But the one way God give you them a haunt it. But then if life was a tree, man would have planted. So leave mine alone. I know say God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man's conscience I speak. So may they never get you down. Never get you down. No. God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man's conscience I speak. So may they never get you down. Never get you down. What will you do when the Lord has come with all those chances you've got? Now there is none on Judgment Day. You can't run away. Well done, my good and faithful servant. That's what you wanna hear. Or depart from me. Well, it's up to you. Can't wait till Judgment Day. You can't run away. Try no say God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man's conscience I speak. So may they never get you down. Never get you down. No. so may they never get you down, never get you down. Yes, I keep on praying, the people will stay strong. Keep on praying, the youths them will hold on. Keep on praying, they'll never get you down, never get you down. We know the music's sweet, everybody feel have fun. Rock to the beat, out of many we are all one. Righteous music producing in jam down. I know say God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man conscience I speak. So may they never get you down, never get you down. No, 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 no. God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man conscience I speak. So may they never get you down, never get you down. See them get another chance to live and them not want it. Them rather kill or end up dead, so them want it. But use them lives not a tree, mankind can't plant it. Let them grow. Not a chance to live and them not want it. Them rather kill or end up dead, so them want it. But use them lives not a tree, mankind can't plant it. Let them grow. Try no say God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man conscience I speak. So may they never get you down, never get you down. No, 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 no. God not sleep. Him have him eyes on the strong and the weak. Him in every man conscience I speak. So may they never get you down.
Enjoy a taste of island life at the 2019 Taste the Islands Experience, a 3-day Caribbean food and drink festival, April 26th to 28th in sunny Fort Lauderdale. On Friday, it's tapas and laid-back vibes at TTIX Under the Stars. Saturday's main event is all-inclusive with food, drinks, and island entertainment. Sunday, enjoy brunch on the sunny side. The Taste the Islands Experience. Learn more at TTIExperience.com.
19 King Street, Belize City comes alive. It's lit. Embark it on over at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Peter Rose House of Fashion, a store with a difference. They've got all sizes, male, female, you name it, they've got it. They have you looking one of a kind at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Yo, my youth, make we go down at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Peter Rose House of Fashion. It's lit. Embark it on over. Store with a difference.
But Josh Entertainment and Max Productions presents a Breakthrough the Movement, April 13th at the Connect Point, featuring Jason Mighty, Claudia Park,
Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Cassie, Cleo, Rivers of Praise and MC, Dr. Monica, all backed by MP Band. Breakthrough the Movement, April 13th at the Connect Point. Telephone 404-468-1423 for tickets, $20 and $25 at the door. Showtime, 7 p.m. See you there.
How we are go rally Mount Zion.
Lord, me thirsty. And Nana juice time. Yeah, man. Ah, refreshing. At Nana's Delight, everything is made with love. We have natural juices, specialty cakes, Jamaican cuisine, gift baskets, and floral arrangements. All products are made to order. You can contact us at 954-326-7365 or 352-233-1226. Only at Nana. Only at Nana. Where everything is made with love.
Sweet reggae music.
All right. It's Pastor Help Me. It's Pastor MARSHA. Want to just say good night. Good night to John Nelson. Good night to you.
To Raj Richardson and Samantha Richardson all the way there in St. Martin.
I want to say good night to Helen Murphy.
Alexis Daniels, good night.
Vashti, good night to you.
Smiley Almond.
Yes, just a quick, roll call.
Yeah.
Milton, good night. Wendell, good night to you. Joseph Lewis, Donna Russell, Hyacinth Pottinger, good night. Claudia Milton, M. Hilton, I'm sorry. Good night to you. All right, so it is that time that we say good night to Pastor Marsha. Pastor Marsha, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Good night. Yes, we can. Loud
Welcome,
and
Pastor. Welcome.
clear. Welcome once again to
Thank you.
Pastor Help Me with Pastor Marsha.
All
right. So my husband and I of 2 years seems to be coming from different worlds sometimes. It's pretty frustrating. What can we do about it? Now, that's not my question.
Praise the Lord.
So, Pastor, go ahead. You can introduce yourself and begin. Take the floor.
Well, you're gonna have to read the question for me again. We have people sending in questions to let us know what their concerns are, what they want to talk about. And so I guess that's one of them. And so read that to me one more time. But before you do that, thank you to everybody for joining in one more time, for sharing and liking and all of those good things. We've been having a good time these last few weeks, and we continue to move forward. So I just want to say, if you have any concerns or you have any thoughts or just questions you want to, talk about, then this is the opportunity that you can do. So you can email them to pastorhelpme@gmail.com, or you can call the number for my source. They can take it there too, but we're open and willing to hear what you have to share so that we can talk about those things that are concerning to you. So good night to everybody, and let's get started.
Yes. All right. So let me go ahead and read that question again. My husband and I of 2 years seem to be coming from different world sometimes. It's pretty frustrating. What can we do about it?
Well, I mean, clearly we're talking about conversation. We're talking about communication again, which has been the premise for the last couple of conversations that we've had so far, talking about, how do we communicate with each other? How do I get them to kind of like, or to hear or to understand where I'm coming from and how I feel and things of that nature. And so this, to me, sounds like it's something that comes within those lines once again, coming from different worlds. And how do we, how do we connect, or how do we reconnect? There's an understanding that is needed between two people as they come together in a relationship. Getting to know a person, getting to understand their likes and their dislikes. I find that not all the time do we see eye to eye, and learning to agree to disagree is important. If we're not sharing the things that we like or what concerns us, even if we feel confined or constrained in the relationship, then the other person won't know, even though at times we might think that they do. And it's something to talk about. So if you feel like you're coming from opposite ends, then you're going to have a conversation. Talking to me is great, and I can definitely give some tips, and I guess that's what this is. But having that hard conversation, sitting down with each other and saying, this is how I feel. I feel like, I'm not being heard, or I feel like you never understand me. The coming from different worlds could be culturally, it could be based on comprehension, it could be emotional, it could be traits where this person is just analytical and I'm more a sensitive creature, and we just can't really connect, and we seem to be bumping heads. So it's kind of a broad statement, but overall, no matter the view, or no matter which side you're coming from, you're gonna have to sit to talk about what's going on and how you feel, and sometimes that might be the hard part, but a conversation needs to be had, where one, you're being honest with you and what's going on with you, and two, there needs to be a conversation between the both of you so that you're talking about what's bugging you. So that would be the start, at least. How am I gonna let that person know? I gotta talk about it. I gotta confront.
So
does that make sense?
Makes sense, Pastor. But the easiest thing to do would be just left him, not you.
Well, if you want it to last, you want it to stay together, then you don't want to do that.
Okay.
It might sound like it's the easiest thing, but I don't think that that's what people want to do all the time. Sometimes it's just not knowing how to go about it, and depending on the temperament of the other person, it might not be the easiest feat, to approach. When is a good time to talk about something like this? Maybe me within myself, if I'm the one with this question, I could just have some certain kind of things that maybe I don't feel comfortable talking to him about, which is why it's gotten to the place that it's at. And I've just been kind of going along with, well, in the middle of all of that, I'm really feeling some type of way. I'm developing ill feelings, or it could be that I just struggle with certain things, and the way to express or all of that, I don't know how to do it. So to pick up and to leave, in some regard, I guess it would be easy, but that's not what God would want us to do. He would definitely want us to try and work it out.
Gotcha.
And at least talk, at least talk.
But Pastor, a few weeks ago, we were talking about the love languages and all that kind of stuff. So probably this kind of situation would have been better solved in the beginning, when we just meeting and greeting and that kind of stuff, to find out where we are.
It's true. You can do that, and I would definitely say that that's what you're supposed to be doing at the very beginning. But the truth of the matter is that things can happen over time. If you and I are together and you aren't really interested in what I'm interested in, and it's really all about you, or maybe you're the one working and I'm not, or you just have a better way at life. The way you were brought up is different, so you're a go-getter. I'm more reserved and not as aggressive, or these are all different aspects that play a role. And so if we're not having these conversations along the way, we could still grow apart. You can still be evolving, and I've missed it altogether because I have not been attentive to what's been happening with you. So yes, starting with those things at the very beginning is important, but continual conversations are also important, so that I still know where you are 2 years later. So I still know where you are in this now moment. I can understand where you are is important to me. So, we want to promote healthy behaviors, and the conversations on a regular basis is important. That is healthy, even for us to talk about things that we're not comfortable talking about. But we are together. Our intent is to make it work. Like I said before, it's not like we get into it and go, I don't really care for this to work. I'm just spending all of this money. I'm just investing all of this time. I'm going through all of this just because I want us to fail. That's never anyone's intent that I have found so far. So I would say that you can do the learning of, but you have to continue learning the person that you are with.
I see. So the learning got to be continuous. When with the question, two different worlds, it's I'm trying to figure out, if all of this stuff was done in the first place, and because sometimes the work is done in the beginning, and we continue to interact and search each other out, but then somebody come out of a bag, something he wasn't expecting. The
truth has been revealed.
Yes, somebody just busts out a bag, and now you're like, wow, is this the same person?
Well, I'll tell you this, a lot of times, the person was there all along. We see what we want to see in the beginning stages. We present our best selves for the most part at the beginning. because we have a view, we have a goal, we have something in mind that we want to receive. We know what the outcome is that we want. So in the beginning, we definitely do present ourselves a certain way. Some are more comfortable in their skin, and so they just kind of let it all hang out for the most part, with some reserved. And then there are others who are still trying to figure it out and are learning that, for an example, in the early stages of dating or you deciding to court, yeah, this is the person I want to be with. We really like each other. We have a lot of things in common, all of those great things. But at the same time, like I might not necessarily want to, demonstrate flatulence around.
Okay.
In other words, when I want to fart around a person.
Right.
Because I just, like I can't afford that he would ever want to hear that, or how is it going to smell? And so I would never. So those types of things. But, you get married and all of a sudden you fart all over the place, or you are, you're burping, or those things that you would not have done before, even though they're normal behaviors. Okay. It's just something that you wouldn't have done before. So we tend to present the better of us at the earlier part. And then as time goes by, more becomes revealed. Also, there are certain things that you just don't have the privilege of knowing because you're not in the environment for it. For an example, my husband and I, we didn't live together before we got married. He had his own place. I went by, that type of thing. But we did not live together where I moved in and all my stuff was there. And we sleeping together and all of that stuff. We didn't do that. So there are a lot of things that I didn't see and that he didn't see before we got married. After that, then more things started to pop up because the environment created opportunities for us to see stuff that we never had privilege to see before. And then now we're seeing other, but there are always little signs here and there. It's just that we're not really looking for that. So, hey.
Okay.
Imagination grows.
It's Pastor Help Me.
And let me be
with Pastor Marsha. And remember, if you have any questions, go ahead, post them so that we can have Pastor address your questions. Want to say goodnight to Garfield, the Reconciliation, Malcolm, Karen, Ricketts, goodnight to you, Colbert Edwards, James Hanna, Minister Stephane Murphy, goodnight to you.
This anomaly is new to me. You barely know me, but I claim send me your pedigree. Can you wipe my teardrops? Cause me want to be sure not to love it could rest around me. Lord, your love is like my anthem. So me I gonna love you with my all then.
Let me be the one to show you that I love you. Let me be the one.
I want to say thank you once again to each and every one that got locked on right now. Yes, as usual. So much information, right?
Information too. So another question for you, Pastor. I'm playing Angel's advocate now.
Oh, okay.
Angels, not devils, angels.
Isn't it okay though for for example, a man to appear as he comes from a different world? I mean, isn't it the objective of the relationship for this woman now to try to step into his world? Tell me.
I probably need you to rephrase it because in my mind I'm hearing. Just rephrase what you're trying to say to me.
What I'm looking at is she said, I don't know. Yes, the question was that my husband for 2 years. Sometimes we seem like we're from different worlds. Isn't it okay too? I mean, I'm just saying.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Well, my husband and I are from different worlds. To some degree. I think there are several things that causes us to become one now. Specifically, the fact that we are believers, and our definition of marriage is what the Bible says.
Okay.
So we become one flesh. Doesn't mean that I am not an individual and he is not an individual. Definitely, you don't see us co-joined to each other. We're not walking around as one body and we have two heads looking like something has happened to us physiologically, but our hearts are connected as one. We have consummated our marriage. We've become one. But he grew up here in the United States. I was born in the West Indies. I am now a citizen here of this beautiful country, and we share that now. But there's so many differences. His family is from the South. I am Jamaican and reggae and jerk chicken and, heart of bread and bun and cheese. And you see how food makes me happy.
Right.
And he is more filet of soul. Now, I am filet mignon. Don't get it wrong. I work in any capacity you put me in. I could float. Don't worry about that. But I'm just saying that, collard greens and fried chicken and the Southern culture. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we are from here. He's from there. And we still merge together and we find the interests of each other. So yeah, to some degree, we are coming from different worlds. It's different, but learning the interests of the person, learning the values, learning what they don't like, learning what they don't want to tolerate, learning what floats their boat, learning all of this stuff is important. What gets under their skin and what makes them happy and all of that, what kind of job, what they want to be, what their dreams are. These are all the things. We are different people. So yes, we are coming from opposite worlds or from different worlds, but it doesn't mean that we can't come together and be one, right? Yes. There's a give and take. There's a conversation that's being had. There are compromises that are being made. I'm becoming involved in the interest of him, and likewise, his interest in the things that I'm interested in. For an example, my husband loves biking, and I don't really care for it, but I ride with him. Really, he's getting into the fact that he likes the fact that I sit on the back. I'm just let that sit right there. Yeah. And so that's his thing. Like? He rides.
What is that like?
That's for another session.
All right, okay.
He rides. He loves to ride, and while it's not something that I totally care for, and for me, it stems from when I was younger. My girlfriend and I saw they had a bike. It was one of those fast the ninja bikes, and the guy came and she got on the back, and then before you know it, they sit and flip over.
And just as your grandmother said, bike not don't even make it.
Hello. And so because of that, I'm really not a bike person,
right. But
he is. And so one of the needs for our spouses is, especially our husbands, is recreational. They have a recreational need. So me being involved in what interests him is important for us to stay together. It's our opposites. For me, I want to go and travel and eat and try foods and all of that stuff. He doesn't mind traveling, but he's more let's travel and go to the hotel and relax and go to a show and stuff like that. I want that, but I also want to go and eat street food. Gotcha. I want to go and be among the people I want to do that type of stuff. And he's going to, why are they not wearing gloves? Why? Where did that come from out of one bucket? What is coming out of the bucket? Why did he just pick his nose and then try to serve you food? So we're from different ends. So, but I accept that. I accept that, and he accepts. I chew bones. He does not.
Right.
And I don't make any apologies for it. we learn to accept each other. So when I'm talking about, I'm using us as an example for the different, the opposites, the far spectrums from each other, but yet we come together. We work together. We put our hearts together. Our intent is for the success of our marriage. So even though we are different beings, we still come together as one. Do we disagree? Yes, we do. Do we agree to disagree? Yes, we do. Do we choose to not win the fight all the time? Yes, we do. But we are interested in the other person and what interests the other person. We make it important. So that's one way to help to get away from those feelings of, we're just so far apart, is where we really start to become involved in the spheres of interest that our spouses have. When what matters to you begins to matter to me, then I won't feel like I'm so far away because you keep pulling me closer. And so it's important that we pull each other closer by supporting and demonstrating that what matters to, even if it's biking, and just make sure the life insurance policy is intact, and we'll be okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know the question was kind of broad because there was no specificity in the question.
Right.
So couldn't one of those reasons be maybe one person is selfish and don't really want to be a part of the other one's world?
Hence the word I use, one of the words I used was compromise. It's not, or I also said, you don't have to win the fight all the time. It's for the greater good. Marriage is all about the greater good. It's not about, if you want to be an individual without any added responsibility, then stay single.
Gotcha.
But if you want your marriage to work, then there is a part of you that is coming into the understanding that it's bigger than just me. It's not just self. It's not just me and mine and I. I'm changing those pronouns to us and we and ours. That's what we choose to do. And so if we are in it, we have to do some introspection and check ourselves. Now, if we're not doing that, we will stay selfish in the I and the me and the mine. But if we want our marriage to work, then we'll begin to shift. And I think we can teach each other how to do that by learning more about each other and learning the interest. But it takes the individual person to want to do that so that that can happen.
Right. Let me just take this this little moment to invite our guests online to, if you have a question, if you have anything to add, don't be afraid to put it in the chat right now, all right?
That's right. So I want to say good night to Austin Joseph, Althea Brown, Michelle McLeod, good night to you, Isaiah Edward. All right, so Smiley Almond says, as a single, how do you get back in the dating game?
Oh man, I haven't been single for so long. I don't know.
Just jump in.
I'm kidding. As a single person, how do you get back in the dating game? I think you start looking.
Yeah.
You need to really kind of know what you want. Have a good idea of what you want and what you don't want. That starts with that. Start with that. What do I want? What am I looking for in a spouse? The interests. Somebody who is this, or somebody who is caring, somebody who's thoughtful, somebody who is fun, somebody who is adventurous, somebody who knows how to be spontaneous, somebody who is romantic, somebody who loves the Lord, somebody who won't compromise values. You have to know what you want. You want to start with that. And then you look. You want somebody who you're attracted to. Look and see, check them out. Call, talk. That's what I say. I don't think, for me, it doesn't seem to be more far-fetched than those initial things. Accountability is good. If you have a good track record with men, Or if you're a woman, if you're a man with women, then, you know, you just go ahead and you continue to step out. You make yourself accountable to somebody else that will, you know, they have your back to make sure that you don't fall and make dumb decisions. But I would say that to start by making sure that you're aware of what you're wanting, what you're looking for. And then you want to pay attention. You want to look. I don't think it's just a prayer thing. I think that it's important that after you've prayed and you've presented, you surrender yourself to the Lord. The Lord knows your best. He knows what you like too, you know. And then you go and you're at church or you're hanging out and you see somebody you think they're cute. And then you get to know and ask questions as time goes by. You know, keep it real. Make sure you have your standards. Those are some of the basics that jumps out at me right off the top. Hopefully that answers or helps.
Well, all right. Just stick and stay. We go and do some commercials. Thanks for tuning in to the Maestro's Gospel Reggae Show. If you like this program, don't forget to like it and share it.
Enjoy a taste of island life at the 2019 Taste the Islands Experience, a 3-day Caribbean food and drink festival, April 26th to 28th in sunny Fort Lauderdale. On Friday, it's tapas and laid-back vibes at TTIX Under the Stars. Saturday's main event is all-inclusive with food, drinks, and island entertainment. Sunday, enjoy brunch on the sunny side. The Taste the Islands Experience. Learn more at ttixperience.com.
Lord, me thirsty. And nana juice time. Yeah, man. Refreshing. At Nana's Delight, everything is made with love. We have natural juices, specialty cakes, Jamaican cuisine, gift baskets, and floral arrangements. All products are made to order. You can contact us at 954-326-7365 or 352-233-1226. Only at Nana. Where everything is made with love.
Entertainment and Max Productions presents a Breakthrough the Movement, April 13th at the Connect Point, featuring Jason Mighty, Claudia Park,
Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Cassie, Cleo, Rivers of Praise and MC, Dr. Monica, all backed by MP Band. Breakthrough the Movement, April 13th at the Connect Point. Telephone 404-468-1423 for tickets, $20 and $25 at the door. Showtime 7 p.m. See you there.
Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo. How we are go rally Mount Zion.
19 King Street, Belize City comes alive. It's lit. Embark it on over at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Peter Rose House of Fashion, a store with a difference. They've got all sizes, male, female, you name it, they've got it. They have you looking one of a kind at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Yo, my youth, make we go down at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Peter Rose House of Fashion. It's lit. Embark it on over. Store with a difference.
My source gospel reggae show, the hottest thing. Ellery said that.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Pastor Help Me with Pastor Marsha. You notice I'm just quiet tonight. I'm just taking everything in. All right, so I'm just taking in questions that I have. You're asking.
All right, so
everything.
Hold on a second. I have two things
Okay.
that I want to say. Back to that, the couple question was also about making sure that they understand each other's motivation in life. Whenever you do something, you have to go back and check to see if it's working or not. And if it's not working, you have to figure out what you need to do to make it better, right? So in the process of asking the question, sometimes I feel like we're coming from opposite worlds. Then you also need to do some check to see, why do I feel that way? Where is that feeling coming from? To identify, maybe even when did I start feeling like this? That's important to do, because maybe you'll be able to pinpoint what the issues are as to why this is the feeling that you're having. Spending time with each other is something that you would want to do. Starting over, there's a reason why you got married. There's some things that you shared that made you feel like this was it, something about the person. And sometimes we have to go back to the beginning to see and treat each other that way. Let that interest in each other redevelop, and make the other person important. When it's not reciprocated, it can feel like you are devalued or something of that sort. So being able to go back to the drawing board and to have candid conversations, identifying what the problems are, and then providing or creating solutions together is what you want to do with that. As far as the single question is concerned and getting back in the dating game, there is no shade. The rule of it is that all of us, in some regard or another, have gone through a breakup or makeup in some way. And over time, sometimes we don't know. We've made mistakes. The person that we were with before, I am not with my ex. I'm with somebody else. And we've been together for over 20 years. Even though initially I thought like my ex was going to be it. Like I gave up stuff for that because that's what I believed. And I was wrong, but it's still what I believed at the time. So it's just a matter of making sure that this time around, as I did when my husband came around, and it didn't mean that things were perfect and we didn't have to go through transitions. We did. I had to go through healing. I had to go through also learning what it is that I want or anything of the sort. Just making sure like, boom, this is what I want to do, or this is what I want. And learning in that process about me, so it's not just you, or it's not just me. It's all of us that we have that, and we need to be okay with it. It is what it is, and we keep moving from there. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there on both of those questions.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the question is broad, and we don't know whether or not this is this person's first go around. Even
that is definitely another aspect to it as well.
They say that opposites attract, but that's only with magnets. I personally believe that if I was in the hunt now for somebody, the person would have to be everything that I am. I would make the compromise, but I've been looking for somebody who have the same values like myself, because I don't want somebody in an opposite situation, because then we're gonna be in different worlds.
I think that there are opposites. I think we're not the same person. So I do think that they're opposites. Do we have a lot of similarities? Yes.
Okay.
Should there be commonalities between us? Yes. Should we have similar interests, or at least have our interests overlap each other? Yes. Because if we are so far and we have nothing to connect us, then it doesn't make sense to come together. It's not going to work. But if we are different, but yet we want to, then it's even that causes us to come together. Even that desire to want to be together, the desire to want to know more about you, the desire to want to find out what floats your boat, what makes you happy, what interests you, what I can do to add to your life to make it better. those things cause us to forget our differences, and it creates more synchronicity between us. So not being opposite, I think we're opposites. I think we're different people. My husband and I are different people. And my brother can attest to that. But at the same time, it's like he's an awesome father. He's an awesome husband. I mean, he's bong, 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 bong.
He still make your toes curl.
Hey now, what you say? I know my kids are probably like, okay, I'm done. I'm turning this off.
Okay, we got a question.
But it is, yes, we're different. He gets under my skin. He is annoying when he's ready. He bothers me. He pushes me. He challenges me. We argue. We make up. We laugh together. We talk a lot. All of this stuff. We're in ministry together. We pastor together. I mean,
you do a lot of things together.
You have to do so much to make it work. But it's only if you want to. Two take to tango. Two. I can't do it all by myself. And he can't do it all by himself. If we are both doing it together, then we're going to see some differences. We're going to see things start to come together. We're going to see things work. We're going to see all of that. But if it's just you by yourself, who wants to do that? It's hard.
Right.
It's hard. And unless God mandates it, you're going to want to go the opposite direction.
Right.
Trying to feed on your soul like parasitic, has a crippling effect, paralytic.
So that's right. Pastor, help me. Okay, we have a question. TGZ Asia says, I have a lot of men pursuing me. I'm ready to date, but I don't want to get into the wrong relationship. I just want the companionship. I'm 25. Is this a good time to begin dating?
Okay. That's a lot in one thing. So the first part is what?
I have a lot of men pursuing me.
That's great.
Watch that.
I'm ready to date.
But and the reason why I say it's great is because not everybody can say that.
Exactly.
Some people are wanting to date, and it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
So, I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Right.
What's the next thing?
But I don't want to get into the wrong relationship.
Okay, good. So that means that you're becoming more aware and cautious. You probably had relationships before, and you don't want to make the same decisions that you probably made before. So now you're a little bit more cautious as to moving forward and what that looks like. Also, you could be thinking about life and career and things like that. Don't want to be bogged down. You mentioned the word companionship. And so you don't want probably the holistic relationship aspect, that responsibility, but you like the idea of having somebody there. That is more to be explored, because I don't really know all that you're trying to say.
Well, you know, the fact that she has so many men coming at her, pursuing her, then, you know, then it's easy now. You can choose, pick and choose and refuse.
She sure has the pick of the litter, that's for sure. As far as getting into that wrong relationship, you know, I mentioned the word accountability before, you know, and so let's just say you decide that you want to date and you want to date all of them. Then you want to make sure that you are accountable to somebody else, that they are aware that you're going on a date with this particular person. I remember back in the day, one of my sisters, whenever she was going to go on a date, she would always give me the information.
Okay.
She would always give me the information. Let me know where they're going and all that stuff. She would always give me their information. So, you know, having some accountability is important. So you know that person's got your back. They're looking out for you. Take them on a date with you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So they could give you a feel of, make sure they have they could discern spirit. Like, don't just take anybody who's just like, girl, you cute. Oh my God, you know. Don't take that person. Take the one who is going to tell you like it is, who's going to discern all the other stuff that's going on that you don't need to get involved in, so that you can be like, okay. You know, you guys can check each other and say, you know, what did you think? Did you think like, I thought he was cute. Yeah, he was cute. how you thought when we were talking about this that, he said what he said, or you got any vibes, or, talk to each other about that, the best person who's going to watch out for you and stuff like that. That would be a good way to help, especially if you're not trying to go very deep. Then having somebody around is pretty okay. I think the other thing too is to be upfront and tell them,
right?
That you're not looking for anything deep. You just want to be friends. Because companionship means friendship. That means that we're not gonna be kissing, and we're not gonna be doing any of that stuff. Because as a believer, and remember the bottom line of the show, we're talking about all kind of different things, but it is a God base.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to that. As a believer, I'm not gonna put myself in those type of situations. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. Good. And I just don't think I need to be kissing everybody just like that, trying to figure out stuff. I just think, that's just nasty. But that's just my personal little thing there. But you need to talk about it, be upfront, be honest, and let the person know. Don't lead anybody on. Ask upfront questions, and have some accountability. Those would be the 3 points I would suggest.
It's Pastor Help Me. I want to say goodnight to Ruth. Ruth, good night to you. All right, I think we have another question. Alexis says, let's say you see a guy and you want to get to know him, but you're not sure he notices you. What do you do?
I think that in the world that we live in today, that it's okay to approach somebody. I think that my perspective, my understanding, let me say it this way, my understanding of just waiting for someone to come, then you might never have anybody.
Yes.
I think that there are things such as qualities and looks and all those things that are important. And so you're making your list as to what you're looking for. I don't think that you just, you're just open to whatever, and whatever comes your way, you'll accept it. Because I don't think that you'll find happiness there either. I think that you will be dissatisfied because it's not what you want, or it's not what is going to add fulfillment to those natural parts of you, your senses, your eyes, your ears, your all of that, right? Yeah. You want to see something that is pleasant. You want to hear someone that speaks well of you and to you. All of these things are factors that are important. Why am I prefacing this way? Because I think that it's important that if I find someone that I am interested in, that I can allow myself to be approachable, and I can also approach. I don't think that I need to sit and just wait. How will they know if I am interested? How will they know? If we don't have a conversation, how will they know? Right. Do you understand? Right. Just like them, they might feel some type of way. They may have had some rejection issues before, and so they proceed with caution. Sometimes women, especially African-American ones, of which I am, can be a little such a much. So it's not always easy for a guy to approach because they never know what they're going to get. Yeah. So we have to also make sure that a conversation doesn't hurt. Hi, my name is Alexis, and I'm interested in hanging out, just finding out what things they like, having just regular, normal conversations that can broach that. I'm not saying, just like roll up on somebody and be like, hey, I really like you. You feeling me? Come, let's go hang out. It won't work that way necessarily unless you're just really over the top. Yes. But a conversation, simple, getting to know you allows you to kind of go in that way.
Yes. Position yourself and use the love languages.
Position yourself.
Yes.
I think it's important.
Yes.
You get yourself. You don't know if the person is interested. Listen to me. Men like to see what they see.
Yeah.
They look. Visuals
true.
are very
Visual, yeah.
important, right? And so how we carry ourselves, all of those things are things that they look at. And so if I am also preparing myself for, then all of this is a part of me developing in my singleness and becoming more confident and comfortable in my own skin, where it's not necessarily trying to impress, but I just really love me and I need to carry myself. Not to mention the fact that if I am a believer, I think that you should carry yourself a certain way because you represent the king.
Gotcha.
Period.
Right. All right. So we've got about 5 minutes left. And Alexis also says, is it okay to flirt, or is that leading them on?
Hi. Where does that scripture come from? I need to find it. Where it says all things are lawful, but I said it before, but that's the only thing that sticks in my mind every time I'm talking about single people, or married. Because sometimes, flirting has a lot to do with you leading. It's a lead. It's you giving a preemptive notion. It is you teasing. It is you holding that thing in front of them and dangling it like a monkfish and telling them, come here, baby. You see me? Right? And it's not okay when your intentions ain't right.
Right.
If you are, so let me, as an example, if you're getting dressed and you know that this person likes this particular color, this particular dress, you might get yourself dressed and so on, right? You have that person in mind. But there's also an interest between the both of you. If you are trying to get anybody to catch your attention, and when you come out, you work it and you do it,
watch that.
or you're undercover and you're trying to get folk in trouble, you're not right.
Exactly.
You're not right.
Okay.
I flirt with my husband, but I could do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do that with intent.
Right.
Of course.
Because, baby.
Alrighty. 2 minutes to go. With intent. Intention.
And you would think, Pastor, I can't believe you're saying that. But listen to me. The worst thing you can have is a marriage relationship. I cannot imagine my husband and I, we're both pastors, and all we do is talk about the Bible.
TGC Asia says that TMI.
I'm just saying, if we have to talk about the natural, we have to talk about the natural. Our bodies touching each other and connecting, and all of those things are important. Kisses and romance. As pastors, what that have to do with anything? It's important. We want our relationship to be healthy.
Yeah.
Right? And so praying together, important. Those things help us to hear from God what he wants for our marriage. Our marriage is a ministry. Yes. So that is of utmost importance. Keeping God at our center helps us not to rip each other apart. But at the same time, we have to do the natural things like kiss and have sex and love on each other and date. We have to make time. We have children. We have businesses. We have the ministries. We have all these things. We have to make the time to make it work.
Gotcha.
A lot of relationships, especially marriages, Christian marriages, they fall apart because it's all church Sunday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then our spouses receive neglect. We start to have problem with the church. We have issues within ourselves. We don't want to hear nothing about got to go to prayer meeting and all this other stuff. Our children, we lose our children. The word of God is true. If you can't get your house right, nobody pastor, nobody lead ministry, nobody with that. Make sure home is good.
Yes.
And so I gotta make sure home is good, honey.
Yes, Pastor, I believe you.
I want to say good night to Camille Smith. Camille says, I came in late. However, is there an opportunity for my questions to be answered after I listen to the feed, if I have any?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Just send the questions to pastorhelpme@gmail.com, and we will respond that way. Or you can call the number.
Yes, you can send a question to pastorhelpme@gmail.com, or you can send it via WhatsApp 954-907-8001. That's 954-907-8001. Either medium, and Pastor will respond.
Yes.
All right. So
right.
I think the time is up. Time is up. It's Pastor Help Me with Pastor Marsha and your hosts, Mr. Stephen Murphy and
Mr. Quelly Simba.
Daddy Quelly. TGC says no. But the hour run fast, you know?
Yes.
Too much blood running.
As usual, it was really interesting and informative.
Yes.
Very, very informative and inspiring, especially the part about the Christian marriage, and it's not just church. Because me and my spouse would have been in a different world. You shouldn't do some of the things that the pastor just talk about. You see me?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you do that. You have to take the time. You have to take the time. Travel the world. God made the world. We just built the buildings, right? So get out there and see. Of all the states, if you live in a different country, go to another parish that you've never been to before. If you're in the United States, go to a different state. There are 51 of them. Go check them out. Make some bucket lists. You have children, travel together, do things. It's important. Like, sometimes you don't have the means, the finances, but you can get creative. There are free events. We used to live in New York and used to have a concert all the time. Don't just stay in Brooklyn. Get on the train and go to Central Park. There's a lot to offer. You have to be creative in doing the things that you need to do for your relationship to work and spending time with each other. I read a book. I think it was His Needs or Her Needs. And the author was saying husbands and wives should spend at least 15 hours a week together. At least 15 hours a week. It sounds like what an odd number, but you have 40 hours a week for work.
That's true.
If you have children, how many hours do you devote to that? And then you have your responsibilities that you devote to that. And how about if you have you're going to school or you have multiple jobs and you devote to that? At what point, where in there is the spousal devotion? Yeah, we're married, but your time is important. It's important for us to make this work. Kiss more, laugh more, go outside, hold hands, do stuff.
Make some
do
pumpkin
stuff
pie
together. You'll be surprised that even though you're worlds apart, as you continue to do that, you'll be joined together. And that is what will help to make your marriage work. Single ladies, stay strong. Don't give in. Hold tight. As Medea would say, click, click.
Click, click.
Yes. Keep it. Men, same thing. If you're single, do the same thing. Keep yourself, your integrity. Don't push it all out there. If somebody is easy, let them go. You want somebody who is going to stand to what they believe in and all of that type of stuff. Not everything is going to remain standing up. Things will fall flat. What used to be perky won't be perky anymore. Children will leave home. You need to make sure that you're interested in each other and you're working to maintain that.
That's right. And the pumpkin pie has to be served.
And pumpkin pie must be served.
That
Either
is
pumpkin
a
pie or
must.
hot dogs, whichever way you take it.
Exactly.
Pasta. That's how we do it, man. It's best to help me. And this is the time that we say
why can we just live like brother?
good night.
Good.
Right? Wow, good. Wine gets better with time.
Why everybody wanna be as I saw?
Want to say thank you to everyone that kept it locked on.
Big chain and white vest.
To the My Source Gospel Reggae Show, Pastor Help Me segment with Pastor Marsha. Want to say goodnight to Victoria Bell, TGZ Asia, Alexis Daniel,
Smiley Almond,
Sing some positive tunes.
Camille Smith,
Living in a
Helen Murphy, Taraj Richardson.
Everybody over there on Facebook.
Yeah.
Let's make a big. Let's see what I go on here. So let's see what I go on Facebook.
So what your friends we are linking with, cause they will lead you to your casket. All out, so me talk to them, buy them, tell them listen positive music. Tell them gunman slow them roll. Tell them take it easy. Now rise up the murder toll. We're fed up of printing jazzy. I love it, make the whole place better. So we know what I'm on.
Alright, not much over there on Facebook. I want to say big up to everyone that's locked on. And this is the time that we say good night. So, Pastor, any closing remarks? I know you said a lot just now, but anything to close out?
Nothing. I just said it already. Just, be open. Be open. Be open to change.
Right.
Be open to change. How you started out or how they started out might not be what works anymore.
Right.
Even with the delivery of the word of God, his word does not change. It remains infallible.
Right.
But we have to make it relevant.
Right.
And so we present it in different ways with illustrations and through dance and music and all of these ways to make sure that the listener can receive or can understand and be heard. So it's important that we become relevant in our relationships, that we are learning to grow with each other, that we're learning new styles, that we are read, get articles, go to seminars or conferences and those types of things. It's important. Watch this show.
Exactly.
Take some hints.
Yeah.
Because it adds to our lives, and that's what will help us to grow. So we have to be open. So that would be what I would say. I pray for your marriages. I pray for your relationships, platonic and otherwise, sibling, familial, all of them. I pray for them, and I pray that God will just endow you with what you need to do better, to be better, to love better, to live better. God bless you and have an awesome, awesome week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much, Pastor. And catch us next week, 8 p.m.
Even though the road's long and it seems lonely, sometimes it gets rough, yeah, you know.
Remember, coming up, we've got
Saddle up, riding like a pony. I win this race.
the Minister Stephen show name again.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law. Let's apply wisdom. The let's apply wisdom in my mind, but I couldn't remember the next part. So remember, that's coming up on Wednesdays. Join us on Saturdays for My Source Gospel Reggae Show, where we play Gospel Reggae, Gospel Soca, Wales, Gospel Dancehall,
Trap,
Gospel Trap. Alright, so want to thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And until next week, we say good night. We love you.
Like my legs outside of running wild.
Gonna play some music for another 5 minutes and we are out of here. Whoosh! We're out of here.
Beat them on shit.
God bless you.
Sometimes you can't sing, but you can't stop humming. Hey, 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 hey. They just see the hustle, only see the fade. Them to see we struggling, them to know the pain. If I was a hey, 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 hey. Hope my heart ain't tired of loving. Like my legs are tired of running while the temptation it just keeps on coming. If you're shooting for the top, just don't stop running. Gonna beat them on chest, gotta keep drumming. Sometimes you can't sing, but you can't stop humming. Hey, 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 hey. I can release my spirit cause the flesh on me. Break these chains, though they can't hold me. I'ma make things right cause it's all on me. Now I break my debts with less Tony. Even though the road's long and it seems lonely, sometimes it gets rough, yeah, you know it's stony. You have to saddle up, riding like a phony. And win this race, yeah, victory. They just see this. Hey, hey, you got a road, must real my soul. Preach it and dilute it to the tone. What them say? It's all about the Savior, should I know. So you see when we step in a spiritual battle, it's like a war visionary. This is your spiritual war missionary. Hey, 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 hey. Shout! Wise as a serpent, calm as a dove. My war tactics come from above, oh I love. My spiritual shotgun and glove. It no run, not one, it must it from the same battle love. Humble as a sheep, bold as a lion. Weapon when me have it come straight out as iron. Theater me shield, hit me real iron. It's a serious weapon in a iron. No matter how hard them know we them shall go by rock and Soviet. Them never know so we pop off the word reload. Every show we get make people mal out with no regret. And the prayer warriors controlling it. You can't escape this judgment. To see God know where you only bet here. Well it was a known event for the father send him out begin. For example, home at the time the grace. If you're dead in a Christ, not alone then. Stephen so them stone to them. No fear because yes them born to them. Promise us in a man if you don't serve Jesus, that won't be only then. Rise as a serpent, calm as a we send them in man Movado and Bunty. Buju and Shabba, some of the best in the country. No Ryan Davis, me see my comfy. But I want thing to tell him say, oh me, you're not getting a boy, you're not gonna run over me. Sit down and worry and mad over me. Take your head up, mash up and mad over me. You're not getting me so now. Me say you're not getting a boy, you're not gonna mad over me. Sit down and worry and mad over me. Take your head up, mash up and mad over me. You're not getting me so now. Me heart tear to me see me use cartel. Make him feel like him a turn the fire was cartel. Now them lock him up in a cell. And you want that for me, G, you're not going to. They never wrapped on me, they make my heart swell. About demon, about the 669 head. Panda part, them I can't dwell. My soul much too precious for guy. You're not get the boy, you're gonna mad over me. Sit down and worry, I'm mad over me. Till your head up, mash up and mad over me. You're not get me so now. Me say you're not get the boy, you're gonna mad over me. Sit down and worry, I'm mad over me. Till your head up, mash up and mad over me. Yeah, me know. Me madman from street and I say I saw me should have done. Burden down and dirty like some big truck full of sand. God said no, this a you tell me sugar fun. Bless me make me sweet like me live in a full of fun. Go follow me go hell and me say you galang. Call me bow with God me nah go back and I cause me go me short like. I know me should have long. I know me muscle them small and me should have strong. But me say move from here because you full of rum. Never gonna drink get drunk now smoke get high white. Just feel nice. Don't give me rum in and a cup when you chill for ice. And not tell me if you will have a vibe. Me not gonna drink, get drunk, now smoke, get high white. Just feel nice. Now give me rum in and a cup when you chill but high white. Just feel nice. Now give me rum in and a cup when you chill for ice. And not tell me if you will have. Me staying in the presence of the Lord, and me know say the devil in my fraud.
My fraud.
It no easy as it hard. In a you me put my trust, oh God. So many swords are lost. Me not stop going. Brave heart, me a no coward. Me not drink, get drunk, now smoke, get high white. Just feel nice. Now give me rum in and a cup when you chill for ice. And not tell me if you will have a vibe. Me not gonna party if you bleach all night. Nah link up no shot if you feel alright. Me not lose my soul and live party life. Yes, me abide in a Jesus Christ. Get to self in order to live by faith. We saved by grace. Every day we have to pray. Ask the Father for praise. Alright then, that's the only way we are gonna make it in a heaven. All day, all night, we have to stay in your presence. Me feel nice, so nice. In the presence of the Lord, there is fullness of joy, so me feeling alright. Me feel nice, so nice. In the presence of the Lord, there is fullness of joy, so me feeling alright. It's no easy, believe me. The enemy not gonna stop tease me. Him want with it fall and drop, but gotta put it back on track. How is your relationship with God? Do you have confidence and assurance? Forget about yourself and know so your problem solved.
Fire burning, yonder.
Pull on from the top there, tell him.
Fire have to burn, all my people have to learn. It's by your labor that you earn. The fire have to burn. Fire burning, look yonder. Fire, you can't put it out with water. Fire burning, look yonder. Fire, you can't put it out with water. Send some fire, Father, send it down. Send some fire, send it from the sun. Holy Ghost fire, send it make it burn. Look on the Eden, I run up and down. Man no want Jesus, him prefer have fun. Drink and palaver till morning come. Spend till it done. Pride and profanity, I roll from him town. Fire burning, look yonder.
Jesus, you have been the rock of my life. Since me was a youth, me a grow in you. You got me so grateful, you bled and you died. And when the battle come, you me a call for. Jesus, you have been the rock of my life. Since me was a youth, me a grow in you. You got me so grateful, you bled and you died. And when the battle come, you me a call for. Me say my sins are washed away. Me say me not go run today, because the most I give my life away. When I walk in clubbing, dogging, smoking, drinking, hanging with my crew, Lord, put your hold on me. Me, I beg you, put your hold on me. When I'm home alone and lonely, thinking about that fantasy, Lord, put your hold on me. Me, I beg you, put your hold on me. Cause everything is at a fingertip. One move at the most, one webcam, one clip. One roll, one split, and one riff. One buckle, no cock, and one sip. One thought and one snort. And I write this up, the addiction starts. So not give the devil room to walk. Make sure say I got it in your heart. When I wanna go real Christian praise in a shots. White socks, black socks, flip flops. The Bible said, come as you are. Come as you are, just come as you are. You could have shot, you could have tall. Just know say you got a call. Come as you are, just come as you are. Come as you are, just come as you are. Church, you know? Yes, sir. Him get the praise and not him alone, me sir. Oh, when you get a new praise to God, inspiration from God in a body. That body no mercy. So serve God then my youth, it's worth it. And when you get a new praise to God, inspiration from God in a body. That body no mercy. So serve God then my youth, it's worth it. Real Christian praise in a shots.
So this is the time we say good night. Good night. And until Saturday, God bless you. Alright, leave you with this one. Real Christian. Alright? Tell me real Christian, them get them flag, them rag, and just wave it in the night, yeah. God bless you. Love you.
And when you get a new praise to God, inspiration from God in a body. That body no mercy. So serve God then my youth, it's worth it. And when you get a new praise to God, inspiration from God in a body. That body no mercy. So serve God then my youth, it's worth it. Real Christian praise in a shots. White socks, black socks, flip flops. The Bible said, come as you are. Come
Come as you are, just come as you are. You coulda shot, you coulda tell. Just know say you got a call. Come as you are, just come as you are. Come as you are, just come as you are. Church, you know? Yes, sir. Him get the praise and not him alone me serve. Me no love party, church me prefer. Me no in a nothing with Lucifer. Him want me fi do bad things, him want me fi curse. That's why me have to stay in a me word. Just listen, keenly boys and girls. Don't give praise to the things of the world. So me tell you well, real Christian praise in a shots. White socks, black socks, flip flops. The Bible say, come as you are, come as you are, just come as you are. You coulda shot, you coulda tell. Just know say you got a call. Come as you are.
Thanks for tuning in to the Maestro's Gospel Reggae Show. If you like this program, don't forget to like it and share it. You can make your request known by calling via WhatsApp at 954-907-8001. 954-907-8001.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor Marsha coming to tell you about the upcoming radio session, Pastor Help Me. This is a session for real talk, dealing with real issues and concerns from the hearts of the listeners. We're going to talk about kingdom principles and how do we have success in our everyday life. We need God. We can't do life without God. And I want to take the opportunity to hear from you. Talk about the things that concerns you. Putting God in the middle of all of that so that you will walk good, overcome all your obstacles, and dominate in every area of your life. Come see me, join me Mondays 8 p.m. on the My Source Gospel Reggae Show on YouTube and Facebook. See you Monday 8 p.m. God bless.
Enjoy a taste of island life at the 2019 Taste the Islands Experience, a 3-day Caribbean food and drink festival, April 26th to 28th in sunny Fort Lauderdale. On Friday, it's tapas and laid-back vibes at TTIX Under the Stars. Saturday's main event is all-inclusive with food, drinks, and island entertainment. Sunday, enjoy brunch on the sunny side. The Taste the Islands Experience. Learn more at ttiexperience.com.
Lord, me thirsty, and none of juice time. Yeah, man. Refreshing. At Nana's Delight, everything is made with love. We have natural juices, specialty cakes, Jamaican cuisine, gift baskets, and floral arrangements. All products are made to order. You can contact us at 954-326-7365 or 352-233-1226. Only at Nana. Only at Nana. Where everything is made with love.
And Max Productions presents a Breakthrough the Movement, April 13th at the Connect Point, featuring Jason Mighty. Claudia Park. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Cassie, Cleo, Rivers of Praise and MC, Dr. Monica, all backed by MP Band. Breakthrough the Movement, April 13th at the Connect Point. Telephone 404-468-1423 for tickets, $20 and $25 at the door. Showtime 7 p.m. See you there.
Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo. How we are go rally Mount Zion.
19 King Street, Belize City comes alive. It's lit. Embark it on over at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Peter Rose House of Fashion, a store with a difference. They've got all sizes, male, female, you name it, they've got it. They have you looking one of a kind at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Yo, my youth, me go down at Peter Rose House of Fashion. Peter Rose House of Fashion. It's lit. Embark it on over. Store with a difference.